with her. She'll be all right. I've got her head. Soon have you in hospital, love. She'll be all right. Which hospital will they be taking her to?
Infirmary.
Oh, that's good. They'll look after her there. I was there myself last year.
Found home address. Delta 1. Delta 2.
Are they going in the ambulance?
Yes, I am. I'm her husband.
All right. Had a few pints, would you say? Smells that way. Better chase him up then. He had the keys, didn't he? How's the lorry lad? He's unconscious. They're getting him out now.
Excuse me, are you a relative?
Yes, I'm her husband.
Would you mind just waiting out here?
Well, I wanted to go in with her.
Not at the moment. As soon as we've sorted things out, we'll come back to you.
You better off out of it. It's bedlam in there, love. I've just been in with him. They've had 2 accidents, one after the other.
I think they'll let me go with her. My wife.
Oh, you better out here. Road accident, were it?
Aye.
Death traps roads are these days. If I've told him once, I've told him 100 times about going up Main Road with his bike. Now look where it's landed him. He's only broke his leg in 2 places. It's the last time he'd go on his bike for a long time. I tell you, I'll burn the bloody thing.
I should be with her.
Leave it to the experts, love. That's what they're paid for.
It's if she comes round and I'm not there. Where's the lot of milk for?
Well, you have been drinking.
Only a couple of pints, I told you.
Then you've nothing to fear.
My wife's in there, seriously injured.
Won't take a minute.
I wasn't even in the car, never mind driving.
You had the keys. You were in charge. You were going to drive.
Do you know who I am? My name's Councillor Roberts.
Please, sir. We can do it in the car.
Look, I'm not leaving, not with my wife in there hurt, I'm not.
I'll see if I can find out how she is.
Is he in order? Is he entitled to do that? You'd think he'd have something better to do, like catching a few burglars. They're always on his back, aren't they, sure?
They're still examining her.
She's still unconscious.
I think so. So, shall we go and get it over with, eh? Come on, sir.
He had been drinking. I could smell it on his breath.
Take a deep breath and blow into it for between 10 and 20 seconds. You'll have to do better than that. Yes, as you can see, it's over the limit.
I had a couple of pints, I told you.
According to that,
So what happens now?
I'll breathalyse you again in 20 minutes. If the result's the same, you'll then be required to give a specimen of blood or urine. And I must warn you
Yeah,
that...
I'll give a specimen. It's supposed to be more accurate anyway. But I'm not leaving this hospital till I know how the wife is. I mean it.
I'll get the police surgeon to come here.
Where are you taking her? Renee?
She's going down to the theatre. We want to find out where she's bleeding from. Off you go.
She's not too good, is she?
No, she isn't.
I don't like the way she's breathing. It's as if she's fighting for every breath. What do you think?
Just have to wait and see.
And when you did manage to get in the bath, you were only warm on the side of you nearest the fire. The other side was as cold as ice.
Yeah, especially if somebody opened the door while you were sitting there.
Oh, aye, and then that east wind had come whistling down that lobby right up your nose.
And once I filled bath up for myself, and I put it too near the fire, and Sam got that hot I couldn't get in. I was stood there in my buff with a piece of my dad's flannelette vest in one hand and a lump of carbolic in other.
Yeah, them were the days, weren't they, kid?
Oh, didn't you have it rough?
Very funny. You don't know the half of it, my lad, but we were very happy, weren't we, love?
Yeah, I suppose we were, no.
Hey, kid, do you fancy nipping down to Rovers for the last half hour?
I thought you'd never ask. I do enough sawing across road. Come on.
You two coming?
Are we?
I don't want to. You can go if you like.
Nah, I don't really fancy a drink,
Oh,
Dad.
all right, then see you later. But I'll tell you what, if you're making any supper, will you make me a great big corned beef and pickle butty just for a go to work?
Oh, you'll be lucky.
All right, see ya.
See you later.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
You know whose benefit that was for, don't you?
Whose?
Mine. Just slyly making the point that I should be happy with a terraced house that at least has some mod cons. I won't have to sit in a tin bath in front of the fire.
Hey, they're only reminiscing, love, like they're always doing. Hey, I wonder if we'll do that when we go.
I hope not. It's dead boring.
Hey, love, we'll do that house of a treat. You just wait and see.
Yeah. At least we'll be on our own, won't we?
Yeah, hey, we'll get one of those tin baths so we can have a bath every night in front of the fire, if you like.
Try then, love. I hope everything will be all right. I'm sure it will be.
Dr. Edwards Theatre. Dr. Edwards Theatre, please.
What was that? Often happens. Someone wanted in a hurry, that's all.
In the operating theatre.
We shouldn't worry about it.
Please, God, let her be all
There you are, dear. By the way, how is... I hesitate to call him your grandson.
Well, he is, Mrs. Walker. As a matter of fact, he's fine, thank you.
You know, I've always thought if there was one other person in the world who had the ability to hold the march of time, the strength and the character, that person would be Elsie Tanner.
Oh, and who's the other one, Mrs. Walker?
Me, of course.
Hey up, ladies. Can I join you?
Yeah, pull up a chair, get out your woodies.
What are we celebrating? Has one of you lost a stone or something?
No celebration. Me and Mavis have been doing some stock taking, so we thought we deserved a drink. I don't know what her excuse is.
I've been slugging away all day as well.
So have I. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
You know, we might just as well be four men, mightn't we?
Yeah, all.
No, I mean, we might be. We are. Sitting drinking in a grotty little pub.
If Annie Walker hears you say that, she'll sew your knickers to your vest.
No, like after working for most of the day, just like a crowd of men. Well, is this what we fought for when we fought for liberty and equality and that? Well, I know I didn't.
I know where I wanted. I wanted my own little luxury flat where I could loll about in something loose but alluring.
All I ever wanted was me independence. I could never afford it.
Well, isn't this the way things are now? I mean, great. I'm not complaining.
And what about your good self, Mavis?
Well, I think that we were better off as we were. I do. I mean, I would rather be at home now ironing half a dozen shirts than sitting...
You want your mouth washing out with soap, you do, Mavis.
Would. And I bet you all would too if you were honest with yourself.
And she got the knack of making you feel miserable. Night before I've gone my holidays and all.
Dr. Edwards, Mr. Roberts.
Oh, yes.
I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, Mr. Roberts.
She's not. Is she?
I'm afraid so. I'm sorry.
But she wasn't that badly hurt.
Her spleen and her liver were both ruptured. There was very little we could do.
I see. Well, I'm sure you did everything you could, Doctor. Could I see her?
Oh, yes, of course you can. She's this way.
I'll take that cup, Mr. Roberts.
Sorry.
this morning?
Yeah, more than could be said for some. There's no sign of life yet at that corner shop. Some mail for you, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you. Oh, well, I suppose they can afford to be a bit lax, being on the point of leaving as they are.
Yeah, but
do you know, dear, I was awake in bed this morning, and I thought to myself, what am I doing still here? If I were a donkey, I'd have retired years ago.
What would you do with yourself if you retired?
Well, I should move graciously through life, rather like the Queen Mother.
Yes, but I mean, is running a pub all these years the right sort of training for gracious living, Mrs. Walker? I mean, the Queen Mother was never a landlady, was she?
Come on, Wiki Wiki, bread! Bread!
What do you think you're on? Trying to wake the dead or something?
Ah, well, I'm not having much luck with her, missus, that's for sure. You don't fancy inviting me in for a nice cup of tea till they get up? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Well, I might if I thought there was any point in it. But you don't get a bean out of a pea pod, do you, Chuck?
I'm only on the front cover of Health and Strength this week, that's all, missus. If you don't get up, you don't get no bread.
So settling for this house in Peterloo Place?
Still, it's better than living on top of your mum and dad, isn't it? I bet Gail thinks it is.
Yeah, well, she's not very happy we're not moving to that new house, though.
Your next one will be. Look at it that way.
Yeah, yeah. See you.
Ta-ra, love. She ought to think herself flaming lucky she got a house at all. I haven't got a new house, and I'm 35.
You're only 35, and I'm just a gleam in my father's eye.
All right, 36.
You're right, though. Gail is lucky. I mean, Willow Crescent or Peterloo Place. Either of them would seem like a fairy castle to me.
Oh, God, here we go again. You know, I swear there is one thing I'm going to do before I die, and that's see you married. Then we'll see if you're still starry-eyed after a month.
Well, then you'd better be quick, because if you're only 36, you're aging fast. Very fast.
Watch it, Riley, or I'll put it about you've got hers on your chest.
Good morning.
Not open?
No. Is there anything wrong?
You've not heard?
Heard what?
Mrs. Roberts was killed last night in a car accident. Could I see you for a moment, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, will you go through? I won't be opening today. I'm sorry.
Renee dead? I can't believe it.
I only saw her last night. They were just going for a drink.
They can't expect me to open today, can they? In the circumstances?
No way. They'll understand.
Come on through. Sit yourself down. I thought I might feel a bit better if I had something to eat, but when I'd made it, I couldn't face it.
You'll still be suffering from the shock, I expect. It's only to be expected after what you've been through.
I feel jiggered. I feel as if I could sleep for a week. But my mind's too active. I keep going over and over things. Where did that lorry come from? Where did it come from?
We haven't had a chance to interview the driver as yet.
How badly is he hurt?
Broken leg and concussion.
Broken leg and concussion. He's lucky. Luckier than... When will the post-mortem be?
I'm hoping this morning.
Or does there have to be? I mean, is it necessary? We all know what happened.
We have to be sure. After the PM, the coroner will open the inquest for identification purposes only. After that, you can make the funeral arrangements. Have you contacted an undertaker?
No, not yet. It'll be Jack Warburton. Warburton and Son. I've not told her mother yet, either.
Can't do everything at once.
And there's a brother. He's in the army.
We might be able to help you there. Help contact him. Do you have any children?
No, we married late, you see. I always wanted a family, but...
Do you mind if we talk about the accident? Find out exactly what happened. Just answer a few questions.
What for?
Just for my report.
I weren't drunk, you know.
Now, that's another matter entirely. I just want to get the accident sorted out.
I don't remember a right lot about it. I can remember the lorry appearing from nowhere. What I can't understand is why I weren't hurt. I mean, I just that second walked round the front of the car. Why wasn't I knocked down?
It happens. I put the time of the accident at about 9:30. Would that be about right?
Oh, yeah, we came out of the pub about 9:15. And I let her drive.
How could it have happened?
God only knows.
She was in the car, presumably.
Well, presumably.
And Alf was on her, you say?
It seemed to be to me.
Poor Alf.
Poor Renee, you mean?
No, poor Alf. I mean, if she was driving and he was in the car in charge.
Well, I'm sure it was no way to blame, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, no, of course not, no. Rose returned, Ma'am Walker. Yes, she's here. Hold on a minute. For you, Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes? Oh, yes, all right, yeah. About tea time's the best time. All right. Yeah. Bye. The man, you know, from the NSPCC wants to come and see me tomorrow. What do you think he wants?
Can't imagine, dear, unless it's to report on the progress he's making.
Oh, dear. I wish I'd never bothered phoning them. I mean, not now. Not with poor Renee. Oh, I just feel I can't cope.
Elizabeth, what you and I both need is a good cup of tea. Come along, love. Do us both a power of good.
Do you think I did the right thing, Mrs. Walker, reporting on the children?
I am sure. Absolutely.
Well, what do you think he wants? I mean, I thought I'd finished with the NSPCC once I'd telephoned them.
Now, take Mr. Baldwin here. He's living proof that the single life is the good life, aren't you, Mr. Baldwin?
If you say so, darling.
Successful, rich, debonair.
Oh, true, true.
Are you pining to get wed?
Well, I'd be a mug too, wouldn't I, with what's going for me?
Tell her.
Tell her what?
That she's a mug to get married. You're better off single.
You're a mug to get married. You're better off single.
Ken, you tell her.
Oh, Rita, do shut up and go on your holidays. I don't know why you bothered coming in this morning.
To give you your instructions, because without them you'd be paralysed for the next fortnight.
Marriage is a very fine institution, Mavis, and it gives a lot of people a lot of happiness.
Here, here.
Hey, you've been single a long time, mate, if you don't mind me saying so.
Well, nobody'll have me.
She will. And she'll iron your shirts. Right, I'm off.
Oh, have a good time. She just talk a lot of rubbish. Still, it's only in fun.
Oh, I don't know. She's right what she said about me. Successful, rich, debonair. I mean, spot on. See you.
Bye, bye.
How would you like to share my jag for the afternoon, not to mention my life? Something I said?
You've obviously not heard either.
What?
Renee Roberts has been killed in a car crash.
Oh, no.
When?
Well, last night sometime.
Was Alf with her?
Yeah, but I think he's all right.
Afternoon.
Hello.
Remember me?
Should I?
Willow Crescent Estate, sales.
Oh, yeah, you were there once when... Sorry, I'm a bit stupid today. It's my condition.
Condition?
I'm having a baby.
Oh, well, I've had two. Nothing to it, love. Easy as falling off a log. Can I come in?
Yeah?
Well, now, what it was, I think I've some good news for you.
We've definitely given back word, you know.
Oh, yes, I know, but there's another property coming
You know,
on the
there's no
market.
point. We can't afford it.
This one's much cheaper. Oh, hello there.
This is Mr...
Newton. Sales, Willow Crescent Estate. I was just telling your wife.
I've got a certificate to prove it.
I was just telling your wife about another property we have.
You're wasting your time, mate. We can't afford a new house.
Not even one at only 13,000.
No.
Repayments not much above 100 a month.
No way.
Hey, hang on a minute, Brian. At least we can listen to him.
Well, once you do, you'll buy it. I'm the greatest salesman in the world.
We'll risk it.
Right. Well, what's happened is this. The house was bought by a couple who split up before they could move in. She ran off with a bloke she met in a takeaway. So, he wants to sell. That's the property.
You've seen this house. It's only got one bedroom.
Yes, but it's ready for occupation, and it's only 13,000, which is nearly £50 a month less than what you were going to pay for the other one.
Oh, I'm sure we can manage that, Brian.
Now, one bedroom, love.
Yeah, that's all we need for a long time yet.
Seems to me you have a very wise wife, Mr. Tilsley.
He has. He's like licorice also.
Oh, I'd love one. Yeah, I couldn't get enough of these when I was having my kids.
Is there anything I can do for you, Al? Anything at all?
I think it's all been done, thanks, Ken. Thanks all the same.
The police are very good, aren't they, times like these?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I'm very, very sorry, Al.
You know, Renee was a sort of bonus to me in a way. Sort of second chance. After my first wife died, I'd settled myself to being a bachelor, not being much of a catch. Then up popped Renee. Like a little miracle in a way.
Well, you always did seem to be very well matched.
Well, the sadness continues tomorrow on Plus, and that's at the same time, 6:30. Coming up next this evening, Doctor in Charge.